Now to the latest from the war in Ukraine. Russia has attacked the Ukrainian port city of Odessa. It is said to have used 17 drones to bombard the city. These were the Iranian Shahed kamikaze drones. Kamikaze drones are built to crash into and destroy targets. They are suicidal drones. Russia launched 17 of them. Ukraine says it shot down 14. No casualties were reported. But why is this newsworthy? After all, Russia keeps shelling Ukrainian territory all the time. This one is being talked about because of its scale. Also because the drone attack is being seen as retaliation. Retaliation for what? A recent assassination on Russian soil. On Sunday, a Russian military blogger was killed in St. Petersburg. The blogger went by the nickname Vladimir Tatarsky. His real name was Maxim Fomin. He was quite a popular figure with more than 560,000 followers on the social media platform Telegram. And he had Kremlin's patronage. The Russian state backs many such military bloggers. This man served in the war in Ukraine, and he also wrote about it. And his stance was unabashedly pro-war. Let me give you an example. This is Fomin from when Russia announced the annexation of 4 Ukrainian regions last year.
We will beat everyone. We will kill everyone. We will rob everyone who needs to be robbed. Everything will be the way we love. God is with us.
Reports say military bloggers have the Russian government's approval. They're allowed to be critical of Russia's progress in Ukraine. This is to rally public support for more decisive action. Prominent bloggers like Fomin are considered close to the Russian government, and perhaps that's why he was also assassinated. He was reportedly killed by a bomb in the shape of a statuette, a figurine. He was given this figurine in St. Petersburg when he was having a public interaction at a cafe. Here's what witnesses said.
She said, they told me at the entrance that it could be a bomb. So I left the sculpture at the entrance and she went there, returned, brought this bust in a package and then went directly to the stage, presented it to Vladimir.
And he told her, come in here. Why are you sitting so far away? Sit closer. She said, oh, I'm so shy. Well, she was sitting 3 to 5 meters from him and a minute later there was an explosion.
A suspect has been arrested. Her name is Daria Trepova. The Russian government says she's a dissident, that she has taken part in protests against President Vladimir Putin. Authorities have also accused her of being associated with jailed opposition leader Alexei Navalny. Images of her arrest were circulated by the Russian Ministry of Internal Affairs.
Do you understand why you were detained?
I do.
What for?
For being at the place where Tatarsky was killed.
What did you do?
I took the statue there that exploded.
Who gave you that statue?
Can I tell you later?
Now you may be wondering, why would Russia target Ukraine for this incident? Because the Kremlin believes that Ukraine is collaborating with dissidents within Russia and it's using them for terrorist activities. It's one of the justifications Russia uses for its war. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said, and I'm quoting, according to the National Anti-Terrorism Committee, there is information indicating that the Ukrainian special services may be involved in the planning of this terrorist act, and naturally, this is a terrorist act. Russia has come up against the Kiev regime. This is a regime that supports terrorist activities. This is a regime that is behind the killing of Daria Dugina. This is a regime that is quite likely behind the killing of Fomin and the terrorist act in St. Petersburg. This is a regime that has been behind killings for many years since 2014. This is why the special military operation is being carried out. This is a justification for the war. And he mentions one more name, Daria Dugina. She was the daughter of prominent Russian nationalist and Putin supporter Alexander Dugin. She was killed in a car bombing last August. Moscow had blamed Kiev for that assassination too. Ukraine has, of course, denied involvement in all of these incidents. A Ukrainian official said that these were domestic issues. He likened it to spiders eating each other when trapped in a jar. Ukrainian President Zelensky has also distanced himself from what's been happening in Russia and what happened in St. Petersburg.
About St. Petersburg, you know, I'm not thinking what's going on in St. Petersburg or in Moscow. They have to think, Russia has to think about their cities. I'm thinking about our our country and our cities.
Despite the denials, it seems Moscow is not convinced the intensified attacks could be Russia's way of punishing Ukraine. It could be a strong message to stop the attacks inside Russian borders, because the last thing that Moscow needs is the battle leaving the front lines and affecting its citizens at home.